You ever wonder why some people seem to achieve so much, while others stay stuck in the same place? What if I told you the difference isn't talent or luck, but something much simpler, yet so powerful, that it could completely change your life?
Imagine waking up each day feeling confident, unstoppable, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way. That's possible, but only if you're willing to make a shift in your mindset and your actions.
Let's talk about that shift. Here's the first truth. No one can outwork you unless you let them. Think about this. Every successful person you admire didn't get there by accident. They worked hard, consistently, day in and day out. So, ask yourself, are you putting in the work? Are you pushing yourself as hard as you can? Because if you're not, someone else will.
But what happens when you start working harder than you ever thought possible? You'll see results. You'll start surpassing people who may have more talent but aren't willing to grind like you are. And that's when you realize hard work beats talent every time.
But here's a question for you. What comes after hard work? What's the next step that could push you even further? Let's talk about embracing challenges. Life isn't supposed to be easy, and that's a good thing. Why? Because challenges are what make you stronger.
When you face tough situations, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, you grow. You learn, you become better. Think about it. What's one challenge you faced that made you stronger? Maybe it was something that seemed impossible at the time, but you pushed through. That feeling of overcoming, that's where real strength comes from.
But what if I told you there's more to it than just facing challenges? What if I told you that seeking out challenges could transform your life? You see, most people run from discomfort. They avoid it at all costs. But here's the thing, discomfort is where growth happens.
When you push yourself out of your comfort zone, you're forcing yourself to adapt, to learn, to become better. Now, imagine deliberately seeking out discomfort. Whether it's taking on a new project, hitting the gym harder than ever, or having that tough conversation you've been avoiding, then what happens?
You start to realize that discomfort isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. Because every time you do, you're becoming a better version of yourself. But what comes after embracing discomfort? What's the final piece of the puzzle? It is taking control of your story.
No more playing the victim, no more blaming circumstances or other people. This is about you taking the pen and writing your own story. Ask yourself, who do you want to be? What do you want your life to look like? Because the truth is, you're the author of your life.
Every decision you make, every action you take, it all shapes your future. So, what's next? When you combine hard work, the willingness to embrace challenges, the courage to seek out discomfort, and the control over your own story, you become unstoppable. You're no longer at the mercy of life's circumstances. Instead, you're in the driver's seat, steering your life in the direction you choose.
And let's be real, once you've developed this mindset, once you've put in the work, faced the challenges, and written your story, there's nothing that can stop you. Imagine the kind of life you could live. What would that look like? What would that feel like?
Now, before we wrap this up, here's something to think about. What's the first step you're going to take to start making these changes? What's that one thing you've been putting off that you know will push you forward? Because here's the truth. Your life can change starting today. It's all in your hands. The question is, are you ready to make it happen?